It's your man, it's your boy. We back once again with another live event. Family, that's right. Come on in the room, come on in the room. Tron Ares is what we're talking about today. Tron Ares is what I'm talking about today. Now, again, some of you guys are not Tron fans, but I'm really talking to the people who are Tron Ares fans, okay? Or Tron fans, period. All right. And we're going to talk about, this movie here. Now, again, you got my fresh out of theater. All right. You probably been seeing it all over the place. Some of you care about it. Some of you like, what is Tron? Some of you weren't even born, okay, when Tron came out. Some of you guys weren't even a twinkle in your mama's eyes, nor were you a uh nor were you even in existence when Tron came out. Okay. Tron came out in 1982. Okay. So when Tron first came out, 1982. So I'm talking to the people who, not only like Tron, but I'm talking to the people who actually are familiar. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not familiar, cool, you can hang out or whatever, learn a little something about what Tron's all about. I'm wearing my Tron shirt. Okay, as you see, Tron Aries shirt. This is a Tron Aries shirt. Okay. Now this this shirt is fire, but this is actually the back of the shirt. But I'm wearing it on the front because the back is fire and the front just got some stuff from the movie. I'm just like, I don't want this. So I just got it because we was going to the movie. Shout out to my homie, my best friend, Tifinity TV. She actually rocked with your boy to come see this movie. And I gotta say, man, I mean, whether you think it's fire or not, definitely drop your opinions and your thoughts below. All right. Drop your opinions and your thoughts below if you've seen the movie. Now, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to give your critique, don't. Because I'm talking to the people that actually went and saw the movie or they saw it whichever way that they saw it. Okay. I'm talking to the people who are familiar with Tron. Okay. Not the people who just want to be movie critics. Oh, I just went to see it. I ain't know nothing about it. I'm not trying to hear from y'all today. Okay. Not today. Okay. Y'all can go to somebody else's stream and talk about your opinions about a movie that you have no idea, no concept of the beginnings of it, no concept of who Flynn is, no concept of what this thing is about. You know what I'm saying? But welcome. Welcome to the live chat, family. Hello, how you doing? All right, Lestery. Okay, if I'm saying it right, thank you for coming through. Please hit that like button. Tap the screen if you're on your phone. Tap the middle of the screen. Today we're talking about Tron Ares, okay, and the Tron legacy and everything else like that. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Please subscribe if this is your very first time being here with VACAY-JayTV. Now, again, there is a history. There is a big history with Tron in general that some of you may know of. Oh, let me do this real quick. Shout out to my homie. There she is. Tifinity TV. When we went to go see Tron, shout out to my homie, Tifinity TV. We had a great time. All right. Had a great time. So those people that are not really familiar with Tron family, this goes way back again, 1982. Now, if you see the gray hairs, you see the salt and pepper, okay? I was around in 1982, okay? So in 1982, if I do the math, I was probably 9 years old when Tron first came out, okay? The first Tron. Now, being 9 years old, being a kid, loving, tech and stuff like that, and absolutely just loving the next generations of whatever that has to do with action and fighting and stuff like that, like I immediately gravitated towards Tron. All right. So in 1982, I was a fan. I had the coloring book, right? When the game came out, I played the game, right? The light cycle game. I played all of that stuff back in the day. So I've been a fan of Tron since then. Okay. And it was fire then. And what they did with this movie right here, it was fire. To me, it was fire. To me, it was a fire movie. Now we can go into the storylines, we can go into the characters, we can go into, you know, the character arc or no character arc, or we can go into all of that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I thought it was pretty amazing. Now I saw it in 3D, right? I saw it in 3D. What do you say? What's up, Spider-Man? You still have the original Tron on tape. Shout out to you. Shout out to Spider-Man. Shout out to my OGs that know about Tron. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to y'all, man. I want to hear those people who know about Tron, about the original Tron, right? Know about Tron Legacy. That's who I'm talking to today. So shout out to you. If you know anybody that knows Tron's familiar with Tron, the original Tron, right? And this Tron right here, even Tron Legacy, please share this out to them and hit that like button for your boy. I appreciate you. So absolutely, man. Tron has a special place in my heart. Again, being young and being in New York City, and man, Tron was just like the future to me, you know, with Flynn and all of that, man. So when I see this movie, I automatically think of this guy, right? This guy always been amazing. I call him like, I call him the Tron Moses. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call him. He's the Tron Moses, man. You know what I mean? Flynn, like he's the dude. He's always been the dude. You know what I'm saying? Flynn has always been that guy, right? And when he got sucked into his computer and was fighting the other programs, man, it was wild. It was wild, man. And he met Tron back in the day, man. So to see him again in ARES, man, it's just like so nostalgic. I was getting hyped. Tifinity, we was both like, yo, this is crazy, you know? And again, if you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you saw the movie, you know why we see Flynn again and why ARES needs Flynn in order to get the permanence. All right, now we're getting a little bit into it. So in order to get the permanence code, he had to be sucked into the hard drive of Flynn's old computer to actually connect with Flynn to get that permanence DNA so he can be in the real world and be able to maintain his body, his self in the real world, right? Because he got a taste of the real world. We're talking now about how ARES. Now this guy, is it gonna come up for me? No, it's not gonna come up, but maybe this one will come up. Okay, there it is. Now, this guy has a lot of controversy behind him. I don't care. That's his personal business. I don't give a damn. I really don't care. I'm here for the movie. I'm here for the storyline. I'm here for the graphics. I'm here for the CGI. The CGI alone was amazing to me. Now, again, I saw it in 3D. I thought I got a ticket for the 3D and IMAX together, but couldn't find out. I was just in a rush. I was on the road when I ordered it, and I got just the 3D instead of the 3D IMAX. You know what I'm saying? But still, in 3D, it was fire to me. It was fire to me, okay? And it was fire to Tifinity TV too. But this guy, he played a program that actually developed feelings. Now, again, that's the same kind of thing, same kind of plot, you know, Tron and all of that. Tron then developed feelings and didn't understand what feelings were because he was a program. You're a program, you don't have feelings. But this was kind of clever how they did it, and he didn't have a lot of emotions in it, but I was looking for that. A lot of people's like, oh, he didn't have emotions. I didn't connect with him because he's a robot, because he's a program. I don't give a damn. Like, why y'all care so much you want to connect with the main character? I don't care. Did he save the day? Did I see some great action in this? Did it make sense to me? You know what I'm saying? Did him experiencing the real world when they brought him into the real world and then he just like disintegrated back into the program? When he experienced rain, he was like, what is this? This is rain. And he wanted to stay in the real world because he kind of fell in love with the other character, the Asian lady. You know what I'm saying? Did I care? Was it okay? Yeah, it was okay. Did I get mad? Oh, I didn't connect with his human side. He doesn't have a human side, right? So why y'all making a big deal? Because I didn't connect with him. Y'all just mad because, yeah, he did the Joker. It was not good. Yeah, he did some other movie. He did Morbius, wasn't good. We know that. Get this man an opportunity. So I gave him an opportunity, knowing that I did not like Morbius. I was looking for an opportunity with Tron. What is he gonna do in Tron? So I gave him an opportunity, and he didn't do a bad job to me. Again, the graphics were, in my eyes, amazing. Like, amazing. The fight scenes, amazing. You know, this is kind of like a continuation of Legacy a little bit. It's kind of a continuation, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like new characters, even though Flynn is always going to be in it. Flynn is always going to be in it. So it's kind of, they kind of gave in the beginning of the film, if you watch the film, they kind of gave kind of what happened in the beginning if you paid attention. From the beginning, they talked about Flynn, and they talked about him passing it on to his grandson. His grandson took over and all this and that, and Dillinger kind of took over after that. Now we're dealing with Dillinger, whose mom was leading the whole corporation, right? But then the board chose to get the son involved, and the son had ideas, and he was trying to utilize ARES as a weapon. He's trying to sell that to the government, right? Let's make this incredible soldier who doesn't have any feelings, who has all the skills in the world, who can take out our enemies, and I could sell it to you. But the problem was that this guy, if I can pull it up, if it will let me pull it up, come on, computer, work with me. There we go. This is Dillinger, right? So Dillinger, young man, he wants to bring the programs. He created a security program, which is ARES. ARES is a top security master control program, right, inside a computer. But he's trying to bring that program, who is defending all the viruses, into the real world. And then he wants to sell that to the government, okay, as a super type soldier, okay? And they are like, oh, this is wild. Like, this is crazy. Like, we can see him. He can talk. He can feel. He can do this and that. We can control him to do everything we command. But he's lying to the government, because the government doesn't know after 29 minutes, Tron, ARES will disintegrate. And he's like, yeah, well, if he disintegrates, then I'll just create another one. And ARES is like, I don't know if I'm feeling that. I don't know if I'm feeling like me just being destroyed and being regenerated every single time. He developed some type of feelings for whatever reason. And again, that is the quirk of Tron, that these programs actually develop feelings. So this definitely was moving towards the whole AI thing, right? About AI taking over, but also it kept with the theme of programs actually creating a conscious, like we have a conscious, right? Like we should have a conscious. Okay, we should have a conscious to be like, man, I shouldn't really unalive this person. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't take out this thing and just, we should have a conscience to be like, nah, let me not do that. Some of us, okay? So let's see. Okay, here comes the weirdos. As expected, here comes the weirdos. What up to the weirdos? Just don't say anything crazy or YouTube is going to block you. But I like this young lady here. What was her name? May? What was her name? Forgot her name. But she was an okay character. Her sister passed from cancer. Her sister was working with Flynn to try to find this permanence code to bring stuff from the computers and project it into the real world for it to stay, like to be permanent. That's why they call it the permanence, right? So she played a pretty good character. She really missed her sister. Sister passed from cancer, and she watched her and she tried to be there. And Tron ARES connected with her, right? Like looked up her program, went into the econ and stole, the file on her and whatever she was looking for as far as the permanence, because that's what Dillinger, the first guy I showed you, this guy, he needs that in order to really sell ARES to the government, to have a security program named ARES stay in the real world. Okay. Hope y'all following along. All right, hit that like button, fam. Appreciate you. And share this out. Share this out. If you love Tron and you feeling Tron, okay, Tron as a whole. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about the movie in a minute, but I thought it was an okay storyline. I wasn't mad at it at all. I wasn't mad at the storyline. But I wasn't like thrilled. You know, I wasn't like, oh, this is amazing. The storyline could have used a little bit of work. I did like the anti-hero theme of it, right? Is this thing bugging out? Hold on. Make sure I'm not going in and out. Let me know if I'm good. Let me know if my audio is good, because sometimes this thing bugs out. Okay, is my audio good? Give me a thumbs up if my audio is good, all right? Appreciate it. So, you know, Dillinger, you know, he really did not care about this lady right here. And they're like, well, extract, she found it. She found the permanence code in order for the programs to be able to live in the real world. Dillinger found that out. This is Dillinger, right? He gets his security, to Tron and the security, whatever, to suck her back into the computer, and said she doesn't have the information because she had it on a hard drive. She had it on a flash drive. She broke it. Boom. It's gone. But they're like, well, extract it from her mind and then destroy her, get rid of her. Now, Tron, he has a conscience. He's like, you know, he fell in love with her a little bit. He fell in love with her. All right. So he's just like, bruh, like, if we take it from her, that could destroy her. You know what I'm saying? That could unalive her. And he has a conscience. He's like, nah, I don't want to do that, because I kind of like studied her and went through all her text messages, and you know, he's a program. And for whatever reason, he has feelings towards her. And that's why when they went to unalive, to extract the information and then unalive her, he actually saved her. And I thought the fight scene, the graphics was dope. I thought it was fire. You know, especially this scene right here with the guards, and they taking their little like spheres, and they got the orange thing right here. You know, it's just like the light cycle. If you run into it, you're unalive, you're done. So now they have it in the spheres that they're like, and it's creating this whole thing right here. So if you get hit with one of them, you're done. Fire graphics. I'm telling you, the CGI, the graphics, to me, a fan of Tron, I thought it was fire. Okay, a fan of Tron. Not just Tron Legacy, not just Tron ARES, Tron in general, the whole entire franchise. Okay. What else? Now her right here, she was fire. She's dope. I thought she was dope. You know, she got a directive. Her directive was to get the permanence code, as Dillinger gave the directive, for her to get it from Tron, from, you know, the Asian lady. I keep forgetting her name. If y'all remember her name, my bad. Just throw it in the chat. Okay, but she stayed on directive. She doesn't have any feelings, right? She doesn't have a glitch in her program. So they said, by any means necessary, get that permanence code and then do what you need to do. But it backfired on Dillinger because he brought her into the real world. She had 29 minutes to go get it from this young lady right here. And she had it on her, and she chased her to the point that, you know, she crashed into the program to get her away, but then took her cycle, her light cycle, which was fire. It was fire. So she turned around and she did it by any means necessary. Now the mom, Dillinger's mom, she was trying to stop the whole thing because he was going too far and making a mess in the real world, and there was a whole lot of crashes and all types of stuff because he brought these programs in, and they were just destroying buildings and cars and everything just to get at, you know, her, to get this permanence code, right? So they just doing whatever. They trashing the whole, like, all of Earth was getting all messed up. So mom tries to stop the whole thing, shut the whole thing down. And she went ahead and took out her mom right in front of Dillinger. Man, look. All that stuff is backfiring on you because you're greedy, you're a liar, and that's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You lying, it's all going to fall back on you. That's one of the lessons that you need to learn. Stop lying. Stop, doing whatever it takes for fame and for fortune. Because in the end, people that you love could be unalive and you didn't even want that in the first place, right? You didn't want that to happen, but it happened, right? It happened. So his mom ended up getting taken out by this lady right here, who is not a lady. She is a program. And then they have this whole big thing where now they're chasing after your girl. Now, again, seeing this in 3D, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, like I said, the graphics, the detail of it all was done they did an amazing job. Amazing job to bring it into reality. Like, this looks like it was real. Like, it was a little bit lighter in the theater, of course, but it looks like it was real, like right there chasing after her in the whole night. It was crazy. I thought it was fire. Again, I thought it was fire. All right. Now, again, if this is too positive for you, you can swipe away. But I'm giving the positives, and I'll give my negatives in a minute. But to me, this was just fire graphics, man. It was amazing to me. Like, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Come on, man. Look at all of the details of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Converging onto the city. From this computer program, now it's in reality. Now it's converging onto the city to find this young lady, to get the permanence code by any means necessary. You got 29 minutes. You got less than a half hour before you disintegrate into thin air and go back into the program. So look at this thing, man. Look at the deep. They did an amazing. Shout out to the special effects, the CGI guys, everybody who put this together, because I felt like it was real in real time. Like, it was fire to me. Period. Now, if you thought it was not, okay, cool. But come on, man. Look at that. They had some new flying mechanisms, look like bats. Like, that's new. That wasn't in Tron Legacy, wasn't in Tron. But what I do remember and love, and really it kind of just was like, wow, was the fact that Tron ARES met Flynn in that program. And there was a light cycle that he was riding in, that, the thing that came was like, yes, no, you just asked the question. It was like, yes, no. It's like, you got to follow it in order to get to Flynn. So there was a light cycle that came up, and he got in the old school light cycle. I was like, yeah. In the old program, in the old game, he's like, yeah, this is primitive. Like, ARES was like, this is primitive. Because he had to go into Flynn's old computer. What was it? Was it a Macintosh? Was it an Apple? I don't know. But it was an old computer that ARES had to go into in order to find Flynn. And he said, greetings, program. I was like, yeah. Yo, we was yelling in the movie theater, yo. I swear, typical black stuff. That's right. I got hype. I geeked out when I saw Flynn. And yeah, man, I enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. We truly enjoyed it. What's up, Mitchy Music? How we doing? Good to see you. How I sound? I sound good? I'm good? Okay. But yeah, man, I truly enjoyed this film. I enjoyed the graphics. Like I said, storyline could have been a little bit better. People who are trying to connect with the program, knowing that he's not human, he is playing a program. I don't know what's up with y'all. Y'all kind of weird to me. Like, how would you connect with a guy who was playing a program? I didn't have any special. Yeah, he didn't have any human characteristics. Why would he have human? Like, he had the human characteristics. It was the ability to feel and to have empathy, right? Yeah, he was trying to make some corny computer jokes or whatever the case is, but he likes Daft Punk. He likes, these shout out to 9 Inch Nails. Did I mention that? Shout out to 9 Inch Nails, man, because that soundtrack, it was thumping up in there, B. Like they did a great job. Shout out to Nine Inch Nails, man. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do the original soundtrack. Daft Punk did Tron Legacy, right? That old futuristic synthesized sound, you know what I'm saying? That kind of drives you, kind of drives the movie. The original score was done by somebody, I forgot the name, but shout out to everybody doing the music because that's a major part of this film as well. And I believe that Nine Inch Nails, they did their thing. They nailed it. Musically, they nailed it in this movie right here. You know, let me see here. Again, we strictly talking about Tron Legacy, but she was dope. Shout out to her, man. Number one, she looked good, and she's been in other stuff before. I believe she was in Harlem, right? If you ever seen that show Harlem, she was also in like the worst Star Wars like TV series, the worst one. I forgot. Is it the Acolyte? I think it is the Acolyte or something like that. It was bad. Like it was bad. And I don't blame her. She was just doing her job, getting her check. Okay? I mean, they started doing musicals in that Star Wars joint, and I was like, what are you doing? Stop that. Kill it. What are you doing? They try to change it up. The Force. I don't blame the actress. I don't blame her at all. She was doing her job. She was getting a check. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just like this guy right here. Like, I don't blame him for Morbius being terrible or Joker being terrible. Like, yeah, he may have done a terrible job, but he's doing what they're writing for him. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his check. Now, was it the right choice? Was it the choice that he needed to make at the time? Yeah, sure. I'm sure he did. I'm sure it's like, hey, I'm trying to eat out here. This is an opportunity. Let me make it happen. Now, it didn't come out the way that they wanted it to, but she was fired to me. She was fired. And I made a joke to Affinity when we saw it because this guy right here at the end, he pretty much gave up his, I want to say, for lack of a better term, his immortality, because at the same time, while he could be destroyed in the real world, he can always be regenerated back in the computer, back in the grid, okay? But he wanted to be a human. Like, it was like a Pinocchio type of thing. I want to be a real boy. It was kind of like that. They kind of took a little bit from that story. Am I mad about it? No, I'm not mad about it. Like, he wanted to be real. He wanted to be, he experienced rain. He went out that one time and saw raindrops and felt the raindrops. He was like, yo, this is crazy. This water falling from the sky. I've never seen this in the program. Now I'm in the real world. I want to stay here. And then he fell in love with this girl. So, you know, I had a little joke that I said to Tiffany. I said, see, the lesson here for all my black women out there is, you know, don't trust the white guy. You know what I'm saying? He gonna choose the Asian girl over you. It was a joke. It was a joke. Just a joke. Stupid joke. It was just a joke, okay? But at the end of the day, family, and I'm not gonna hold you. I like the film. This was Dillinger's mom. She was in some other stuff. She's played a good role in this, and she was trying to just knock some common sense into Dillinger, young Dillinger, because he was just doing all types of wild stuff just for the dollar, just for fame, just to take out the other program or Econ, which is really Flynn's company. So Dillinger was going against Flynn's company. And yeah, man, they was just like kind of like the evil side, you know? So, man, at the end of the day, I thought it was a great film. At the end of the day, I thought it went along with the legacy of Tron, right? You see that right there. This is the original. This is back in '82. I was 9 years old. Tron Legacy, I was 37. And Tron ARES, you can guess how old I am. But I thought it was fire to me. To me, it was fire. If you thought it was not fire, that's cool. Type in your opinions below. Be respectful, of course. But I thought it was a great, they only put out three Tron movies. Only three. Only three Tron movies since 1982, which is wild to me. You know, but they put so much work into these movies that it's okay that it doesn't come out until like another 10 years later or 13 years later or whatever, how many years. Like this first Tron movie made such a great impact that those people who became fans like myself, like we still brag about it because they turned it into a game. They had action figures. Like I think I had an action figure probably, but I know I played the game and I had the game. The light cycle game. Like and then you go right here and then you make a 90-degree turn, bam. And then you have to be faster than the other opponent, so then you can cut the other opponent off and boom, they'll crash into your beam, your light beam. Yes, I'm nerding out right now. I am seriously nerding out. What is that? I'm seriously nerding out right now. But that's where it was. What's up, what's up? DeMarcus Vaughn is in the building. Stephen Harris, what's good, what's good? I just got back home from a 5-day vacation and cruise and back. Man, sound like you had a good time, brother. Hope you did. People sleep on Tron. Yeah, definitely, bro. Like, but see, again, people don't know the history of Tron. They just going and trying to be movie critics. Like, there's people who trying to be movie critics who ain't a freaking movie critic. But everybody's a critic, right? I ain't gonna knock you. Yep. Oh, did I get my hello? I did. Say hello. Wake up. Get your coffee. I did say hello way earlier, man. Way earlier. Man, so, right, people don't understand it. People won't understand it. And that's why it's important for them to go and watch the original Tron if they're interested. But some people are not, no problem, Mitchy Music. Some people are not like, because we're in this impatient microwave, we're still in this microwave era. I won't even say microwave. Like, what is it now? It's faster than freaking microwave, bro. Yeah, Kevin Flynn was fire in the original. Yeah, exactly, bro. So he's the Tron Moses now at this point. Tron Moses at this point. So when I see him, man, to me, like Kevin Flynn to me is what Stan Lee is to Marvel, right? Because he's the original programmer, right? The original user is Flynn. Okay, he created that world. He created the whole entire, computer universe of Tron, and then got sucked into it and had to fight his way out of it. And then he met Tron and was like, yo, this is crazy. He met the program that he programmed. Again, if you're not into this, it's okay. You don't have to be into it. There's a group, a mighty, mighty big group of people who are into Tron, who have been into Tron for a very long time. So I'm speaking to those people. If you are down with Tron, the original Tron, then that's who I'm talking to. Yeah, definitely start with Tron. That's the movie right there. You know what I'm saying? With the helmet. Start with Tron, then go to Tron Legacy, and then you can watch Tron ARES, which is the third one that's out right now. But start with the original Tron. Just look up Tron and you can watch it. Okay? And again, it's going to seem very, very outdated. It's going to seem very, prehistoric because it is. Like it's 1982. Imagine trying to create a sci-fi computerized movie in 1982 when that wasn't even thought of or heard of. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Star Wars came out. Like nobody ever seen anything like Star Wars when Star Wars came out, So think about it like that, where now you have like people who are programs inside of a computer. Okay. And they're just doing what they do, what they've been programmed to do. And here comes the actual human being that programmed them inside. And he's disrupting things. He doesn't know what's going on. They're trying to figure him out. And once they figure him out, they're trying to now find out how to get out of the computer to be in this real world where the users are, because they don't like the users, right? It's very symbolic to the real world in a way, right? Like people who have been suppressed and oppressed and used. Now they're trying to get out of oppression because they see that there's a bigger world outside of themselves. ChatGPT is about Tron. Or Tron is about ChatGPT. or the reverse, okay? Or Tron is the foreshadowing of what AI may become, right? Of course, we don't want AI to take over. We want full control and maintain full control of AI as we continue to say and we continue to do. I hope y'all enjoying my AI shorts, yo, because I'm having a lot of fun with those as well. But Tron, man, Tron ARES, I like it. I thought it was fire. And if you think it was fire, after you watch it, then let me know right here. Drop your comments right here in the chat and let me know your thoughts on it, man, because I thought it was dope. I thought it was fire. See right here? She is a real person. She's not a program, but they're chasing after her because she has the permanent code, the permanence code, in order for these programs to be able to live in real life, like live on Earth and move around and about. So these evil ones are coming after her to get that code because Dillinger, this guy wants to use that code to then program ARES to be a security soldier warrior for the government. So he's trying to get a government contract. But again, these guys in 29 minutes, they will dissolve. But once they get the permanence code from her, then they can live and be in the world on Earth, like permanently. That's why I call it permanent code. So this can be here and stay here and not dissolve back into the computer. Again, thought it was fire, thought it was dope. And I would say start with Tron. Start with that. Start with Tron, watch it, take it in, have an open mind. Now again, remember it's 1982. We say soon computers and robots will hate on each other. You think so? Maybe it'd be like, I'm a better program than you. No, I'm a better program. I can do it better. My programmer programmed me to do this, that, and the third, right? You think that's going to happen? And it may happen because we fight amongst ourselves right now. So jealousy will be programmed, or as in Tron, see, Tron is the definition of what happens when programs with all the intelligence that they have actually develop a conscience. Okay, I'm nerding out on y'all. That's what we're doing today. Actually develops a conscience to say, man, this feels weird, or like he was trying, like ARES, he was talking to Flynn, right? They had a conversation, and Flynn was observing Tron ARES. He's just looking at him, kind of reading him. And he was like, yeah, in order for you to get into this program, you had to be out in the real world, right? There, Athens, that's the name? Athens, right? Yeah, she was. So Flint asked ARES, what was it like to be in the real world? Because you can't go from one computer to another without going in between. The in between is a real world. So he figured that out. Flynn, he figured that out. Old man Flynn. Let me pull up this. Moses, Tron Moses, that's what I call him. He figured that out. When he was talking to ARES, he figured it out. He said, you can't get in here without going through the real world. How was it? And he was like, yeah, it was this, it was that. And then he got to a point, ARES got to a point where he's like, I just can't explain it, It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. That's what he was saying to Flynn. And Flynn was like, okay, it was a feeling, huh? He's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. He said, maybe there's something right with you. You know what I'm saying? That you can't explain it. This is like a human characteristic where sometimes we may have this great feeling or feel some type of way about something, right? And we can't explain how we feel sometimes, right? We can't articulate our feelings. That's a human characteristic. So when he peeped that, he was like, okay, I see what you're doing. And then Tron ARES kind of told him that, yeah, he's trying to save the life of the sister of the woman that worked with you. So that's when Flynn was like, all right, let me give you this permanence code. You can be in the real world permanently and then save the sister. And he remembered the sister. He remembered, the young lady that he's trying to save. So like I said, the storyline was okay. It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. But again, I wasn't there to be like, let me dissect this storyline. Let me, come on, man. Could I see some action, graphics, like carry on the legacy of Tron and Tron Legacy, right? In Ares. And I think they did, I think they did a good job. I honestly could say, I think they did a great job. To the point that, again, I'm contemplating on seeing it again, but this time with the D-box seats that move and seeing it in IMAX 3D. Because I just saw it in 3D. So to go see it in IMAX, that's what they said. That's the best way to see it. They just want more money, but it's okay. Like, take my money. Because if I enjoyed it and I enjoy graphics and I enjoy, just all of it, then I'll go ahead and do it. I'll go ahead and watch it. But Athens, yeah, she was a beast. She was dope. Beautiful, dope, fire. Like, yeah, I want to see her again. Like, she did her thing. She did her thing. And you know, do I want another one? Uh as I take in this one, as I, absorb this one and enjoy this one, they could wait. I mean, that has been the pattern, right? The pattern of Tron is, okay, we came out in 1982. Okay, we did all the merchandising and friends in 1982. They sold, I remember they had toys. I remember they had coloring books. I remember they had all of this stuff with Tron in the 80s. And then they didn't make another one till, what was the other one? I think 2015 or something like that. Legacy didn't come out till like 2015. So to go from the 80s to the 90s to 2000s and then 2015, that's when I think this came out. Or before that. Maybe some 2005. Whenever it was, it took years, like decades for it to come back out. So now Tron Ares is 2025. So yeah, man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I will be, unless they mess it up, which I don't think they will, they're gonna make sure. And the writer of the original was in Tron Ares. The writer of the original Tron came back to do Tron Ares. So I think it was good, man. I honestly could say that I think Tron Ares was fire. I honestly could say that I enjoyed it. That it's Affinity TV, we was rocking together. She's a Tron fan too, like for real. I think we enjoyed it. I think we was dancing to the music, bopping to the music. We got hype when we saw Flynn. We got hype when we saw certain parts. We was like, oh, wow. It's a whole lot of oohs and ahs and wows and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I will I recommend this? Would I recommend this? I would definitely recommend this. I would definitely recommend this, not because I'm wearing the shirt, but I would recommend this if you're looking for a lot of action, a lot of crazy graphics, different crazy scenarios. The stakes are super, super high. Trying to figure out the complexity of how to get this code and then how to go from one machine to the other machine while being attacked by programs that have been brought to this world to stop you from doing this or to take what you have. I thought it was kind of wild. It was a wild ride. And if you're looking for a wild ride, I would recommend it. I don't care who's behind it. They're going to get theirs. All right. We know who's behind it. We know that Disney's behind this. I don't care. Like, I can, whoever's going to take care of that is going to take care of that. They're already taking a major hit. So I'm not really into the politics of it all. I know what it's about. I stand with the people that want the right thing to happen. Um, let's see here. DeMarcus says, VACAY-JTV, which movie would you say is better, Tron Ares or New Brave World? Who's in New Brave World? Who's in that? I gotta remember whether I seen that or not. I don't know if I even seen that. Mr. Music said, I did see the movie where the computer took over the human who created it, and I forgot the name. Then a more recent one where robots became the partners to humans, then took over. Oh, okay. That's not this. What you just said is not Tron. Marcus says, imagine if Tron met Kit from Knight Rider. Eh. Miss Music says, might have missed it, but do you find them just getting better with the technology? Yeah. Yes. Yes. I find this movie to be, where we are today in 2025 and how a lot of stuff that was done in 2015 is done in 1982. Like now it's easier for us to create it. This movie created the special effects and CGI and all this and that, whatever they used, in a much better way. To me, it didn't look like glitchy. You see how this hat is kind of glitching on the green screen because it's green under here. It's kind of glitchy. I didn't see any of this in that movie. It was done well, and it looks like they took their time to put this together. It probably took years to put this movie together. It probably took a very, very long time for them to perfect it, to get it where they want it to be. Because I didn't really hear about it until they actually started promoting it. So, from what I understand, somebody said that Tron Legacy, which was the last one before this one, they said Tron Legacy, a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know why people didn't like it. There were some slow parts in Tron Legacy. I will say that. There was some really, really, it was very long, and there's a couple of slow parts that could have been like, all right, can we like cut this and like get to it? Can we get to it? So I think those were the points that they may have been making with Tron Legacy. So they said they stopped promoting it. They stopped making merch for it as far as Tron Legacy because some people didn't like it. I liked it. I watched it a couple times. But it was pretty, I would say Ares has more action. They cut the scenes pretty fast. You still got the dialogue, you still got the concept of what they were trying to do and what the complexity of what they needed to do in order to get rid of, because again, I didn't spoil the end for you. So I didn't tell you what happened at the end. I'm not going to. You need to go see it. But it moved faster. Ares definitely moved faster for this generation, I'll say. Legacy doesn't move as fast, but still you get the idea and you get the meat of the context of what they're trying to convey in Legacy. And they took their time. I'm going to say they took their time. Tron was just dope because it was brand new, it was fresh, like never seen before, anything like this. The body, the lights here, like when somebody was like about to go out, their lights would kind of flicker. It's like, and then they would just kind of disappear, and then they had the tanks. I didn't see the tanks in this. Was it? Well, it was like there was a tank in this too. There was a tank. And again, to see this in 1982 with the graphics being so primitive and old, and like to have them kind of bring a piece of that and put it into Ares, it just was like, man, I felt like, that's what I said to Infinity. I said, I felt like a kid again. When I watched Ares, when I watched this one right here, I felt like a kid again. I honestly did. 82, like I said, I was 9 years old. So I felt that feeling, when you feel that feeling of nostalgia, right? And you just feel like a kid again. Happy times. Man, I felt very, very happy when I left, and especially in the moments of just like Flynn and talking to Ares and seeing the older graphics in 2025. Like seeing the older graphics but updated in 2025, kind of just like, yo, I'm feeling like I'm 9 again. I'm feeling like I'm 10 again, So whenever you watch a movie like that and you just have those feelings of nostalgia, like it just makes you feel good. Let me see what you say. We need a movie where Tron meets Kit from Knight Rider. No, we don't. We don't need that movie. We don't need that movie, bro. Like, I like Knight Rider, bro, but this, like, Kid, no, Kid is primitive in comparison to what we're doing here. Missy Music says, if I just watch the newest one, do you recommend or not without going back? I say go back. If you really want to get the pure understanding and the meat of it all, I would say go back. Watch the original. Watch the original. Don't skip over Tron Legacy. Watch that too. Take your time. You don't got to rush it. Okay. It took like over 10 years for them to make the second film, and it took another what? Another 15, 20 years for them to to do this one today. You know? But I would say watch the original one, because then you'll understand the feelings and the nostalgia that I have and why I'm so passionate about it. Again, being 9, 10 years old, and then to see this now and to still be allowed to talk about it, praise God. And to convey that here on my channel, okay? Always dreamed of having my own TV station, radio station, whatever. And now here we are on my channel talking about this. To go from 9 seeing this to now is just kind of full circle. You know what that is. Yep, so I say watch Tron and go from there. Here we go with this. Mike Knight would challenge Kevin Flynn. I don't want to see two old men fighting, bro. I don't want to see two old men going at it, man. No, I don't think that'd be a good team up, man. Michael Hasselhoff or whatever Hasselhoff. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. But yes, Tron, I'm a fan. Will always remain a fan as long as they keep it going. You know, if it's another 10 years and I'll be in my 60s and 70s watching Tron, the fourth movie, whatever it is, I think it's great. If you got kids, grandkids, you know, put them on. You know, if they into tech, if they into, you know, the evolution of tech, you know what I'm saying? Because this to me is the evolution. Tron to Tron Legacy to Tron ARES is kind of the evolution of a franchise that started in the 80s. And here we are now talking about it. So, you know, I highly recommend it. I say it's fire. And if you want to go see it, go see it. If you don't, don't. Like I said, I'm talking to the people that are into Tron and into tech and into that. All right. I want to hold y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me all this time. Again, look out for more lives coming your way. We got family business coming next week. So look out for the family business breakdowns. And I may recap it depending, but you know how it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably do a character breakdown of what happened in the first episode. We're getting 2 episodes, so I'll probably break down some things for family business as far as what happened to LC and Junior and whoever else. Check that out. Look out for those videos next week. And yeah, we're gonna be on live still with Reasonable Doubt. And yeah, we're getting geared up and ready for Power Legacy, man. I'm not Power Legacy. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want Power Legacy to come. Power Before Force coming in November. It's right around the corner. So get ready for all of that. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Definitely hit that like button. If you're watching the replay, put #replay. And I'll see y'all in the next live. All right, it's your man VACAY-J. Keep watching the shorts, yo, because it's funny. I'm doing this for y'all entertainment. So it's strictly for entertainment purposes. So when you got people yelling VACAY-J, it's all for the channel, yo. It's all fun and games for the channel, you know what I'm saying? So keep watching them shorts, keep putting it out there, keep liking, sharing. Shout out to all my members. Salute to all my members, my new members, existing members, all my subscribers, everybody for your super chats. Thank you for your love. And I'm going to see you in the next live. Until next time, salute.